Hello YouTube, this is Scott back with another edition of No Man's Sky, and today we're playing the hardcore version of the game. This is the game that I had wished they released to begin with, or at least it's getting there. So I've added a few mods to the game. I'm going to be talking about them as I go through, but I thought this would be kind of an interesting way to introduce you to some of the mods and show you what's going on. So I'm looking straight up here. I haven't looked over yet because I want to prepare you for the first one, which is a mod that makes everything bigger, and I love this mod. So we have gone from tiny diminutive trees all over the place to giant trees. Same with the crystals for a lot of the common elements. Now these crystals also have another remap texture to them that makes them look a little more interesting. I liked it, but I wouldn't say that it's something you absolutely have to do. Now, I also have a mod in here which is supposed to make the creatures more aggressive, but I don't know if that's working out real well, because not everything in the world wants to kill me. So we'll have to work on that, because I want everything to be aggressive. One of the other mods I have installed makes all of the sentinels shots hurt, and I almost died to a couple of sentinels a little bit ago. So it is working. That is working really well. I also have the low flight mod enabled, which now has hover capability. But check out how cool this is now. I mean, this is now it's getting to be really an interesting game. I mean, some of the stuff you can do here is just beautiful. So I'm really jazzed about these things. Now I have 2 more animals to find on this planet to make it a complete collection. And I think that's the last milestone I need to complete all the milestones of the game. I might have 1 left, but it's probably something ridiculous, like the number of things I've warped to. So easy to attain. Finding all these creatures is a little damning, because who knows where they are. I usually have something in the sky. I usually have 2 in the sky, 1 underground that hops. It's amazing how diversified this game is supposed to be, and yet I'm able to predict what these different animals are probably going to look like and where they're going to live. So I'm going to set this down right here, and we're going to see if we can find these last 2 animals. So, as I said, there's quite a few mods going on here, but none that enable cheating. I really like a difficult game. If you haven't listened to my streams before, my biggest complaint for No Man's Sky was that the game is too easy. I want a game that's just mind-bogglingly difficult, and I like the challenge. You know, resources are too plentiful right now, and the mod I have is supposed to make them about 50% what they are normally. Also, buildings are 75% of their normal spawn rate, so we could fly for quite a while and not find one. I haven't really experienced that so much though, so I'm actually wondering if that mod is working as well. And I've picked an area where there's nothing living. Really? There's no animals or anything around here? There's guys. Let's go find some. I gotta remember to keep looking up. There should be 2 winged ones, which might be all we need. Nice landing. So this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for to find those last 2 creatures, wherever they may be. So I'm using the binoculars here. If you didn't notice, there's a little green dot over all the creatures that I have found already that are in my view. Let's go find the creatures like demonstrators. Apparently this whole planet is bereft of life. There's one of these things. Every time I see one of these, I'm just going for it now, just because it's giving me something to do. And I also have a mod that removes the room lighting, so underground is a lot darker than it needs to be. So you have to use your T key or your torch, which doesn't always work, at least enough for me. So I'm just trying to see if I can find if there's a creature that lives under here. Just to say, there's usually one that hops. Which is just kind of mind-blowing. You imagine there'd be a lot more diversity. But, it is what it is. I'm hopeful that the modifications to the game continue and that we end up with a lot of other creatures. There should be snake-type creatures. There should be spider-like. And I mean by spider-like, I don't mean things that crawl. I mean things that spin webs or use other methods of attack. You know, you can spit venom at things. You can trap things in webs. There doesn't seem to be a big diversity in the amount of attacks that these different creatures use, which is kind of bumming me out. So I am not finding... That is a big-ass crystal. Look at that thing. Unfortunately, the hit points on these crystals has not been improved at all, so they break almost instantly, just like their small counterparts would normally. That's a pretty bunch of stuff. Let's destroy it. And use that to get out. Okay, alright. Right next to the Holy One entry. Alright, let's look and see if we can find any life here. What a challenge this has been. Been looking for these last two creatures for a while now, and not had any luck. So you know what? Let's get my shipping distances. Wait, what are you doing? Alright, there. Now you can see the green circle underneath, right underneath the item. There you go. That's a good example. So we're looking for ones that have a red circle. There will be 2 left that have red circles. I'm assuming they're going to be in the sky. Kind of looking up and seeing nothing. Let's go somewhere else. Although the planet is pretty much the same biome everywhere, meaning that no matter where we go, things are going to look the same. Oh, I should note, by the way, that this flight mod does allow me to go twice as fast as I would normally, so I gotta be a little careful. I've actually crashed my game once already, and I'm not sure if that was just too many mods or a freak accident or whatever. I think I'm gonna park up here in this hill. No. But I'm liking where the modders are really going with the game. It's as if they see the vision this could have been, and Sean Murray and his 7-year-old kids, or whoever the hell he had game testing this, judging the difficulty and balancing, really kind of missed the mark, in my opinion. I mean, this could have been, still can be, really good. But I think that they have to do so much damage control now. I heard something screaming at me. I already have that one. I have that one. Come on. Now when an animal makes a sound, you'll notice that a little dot will appear, letting you know that there's a sound coming from that direction. I am going to go ahead and get this mild, though. Even though I really don't care about these things at all. Not part of the game I've played. I mean, I have a few words, but to me it's just three races on every planet, and they're everywhere. Kind of ruins the immersion of the game, so I've been kind of ignoring it. That's why I like the mod that reduced the amount of buildings. I'd like to see that amount reduced to 0 in some situations, creating a situation where I need to actually battle to stay alive instead of just finding a base and chillaxing, because that's what you can do right now. Oh, we gotta get rid of something here. Just a little bit of iron can go. I like it when the planets have a lot less stuff going on and you might really have to think to survive. The number of multi-tools seem to tick higher and higher the closer you get to the monolith, the more disturbances added to the timeline. Move away or touch the monolith. Let's touch it, damn it. Alright, well that was the wrong answer, really. Alright, I'm done with this. Next. Move along. Apparently did something great. Handy. Okay. Green. Any birds? Man, I'm having a hell of a time finding these last 2 creatures. Just really getting down there. Well, let's go venture into this forest, because that's really cool. It feels like a completely different game when you're lost in that. Let's put this up and see if we can detect anything we haven't seen before. Isn't this awesome? It's like, as I said, it's like a completely different game. Much more interesting forests. Now, if only some of this vegetation were aggressive. You know, you walk by a plant too much and it explodes or grabs you. I know there's one that seems to be yeah, that one right there. Seems to be pervasive throughout the universe. Every planet has one. So, yeah, why aren't there more like that? Is that the only one that evolved and it killed off all its other predators? Or something like that? Here. Two more sneaking. Alright. I am full up. We've got a lot of money. We have everything we need. We got a 40 some odd slot ship, which we didn't buy. If you missed my video on how to get bigger ships, check that out. It's not very difficult to do, as are most things in this game. Looking for sounds. Oh, there we go. I knew it would be a bird thing. Go. Thought they were flying this way. Well, we know they're around. We saw them when we saw that they are red. Red dots, meaning I haven't explored them yet. We'll just wait here for a second. Let's go to the top of this hill. So yeah, I love these mods so far, and I'm really looking forward to the survival mod. Both of these, the one that makes the Sentinels hit a lot harder, makes you actually concerned to pick up things on some of the planets. It actually becomes a career move if you're not careful. Alright, we should be able to see for decades up here. Alright, well, we'll just have to wait. Let's check over here. Any other sounds in nature that need investigation? I do want to be careful not to fall off those things. I imagine this is just a big tower of rock I'm standing on top of. Thought I saw red dots. I was jumping for joy there for a second. Alright, what do we got here? Anything? I hear a lot. I just don't see anything. Kind of a frustrating situation. What if the birds only come out at night? I can't believe I missed them. I moved closer to them and I must have misjudged that. So we need 2 more. So as far as gear and stuff on my ship, in my exosuit I'm running all the enhancements, all the jetpack boosters, all the life support, and the Tau versions of all the reflectors, and I've got them all bound together. So getting all this, look at that bonus protection is just, it's maxed out. The health and other things like that, I'm doing what I can in there, but I'm not overly concerned about that. And then stamina, same thing. Utilities, we've got all those. It seems like there aren't really any this thing. So maybe there's some things to discover yet, or maybe there's not in the game. I don't know. I need a little bit of a nickel to complete my last booster, and then that's about it. Well, alright, now I'm really frustrated. Where the hell did those bird sounds come from that I can't find now? I think they're in the trees, perhaps? Let's go look. right down this thing right here. Pretty hard to see where you're going. As I said, it adds a whole new dimension to the game. It's similar to being lost in the caves, in a few ways, but a lot more diverse. I'm surprised the caves don't have more diversity. Alright, what are we looking at? Nothing? Nothing. Really? Well, not the most interesting stream in the world, as I look for the last two creatures on the planet. But it does give you a nice idea of the mod. As I say, this one is the bigger mod, and then there's the Sentinel Survival mod, and then there's the it's not the hardcore mod. That one seems just a little bit ridiculous. It's not quite there. This difficulty one is more of a challenge mod, and it seems to be nicely balanced. I like where he's going with it. It's not outrageous amounts of heat damage and so on, but does have more aggressive creatures, bigger creatures, by the way. I also have a mod that enables fog, so there's aggressive fog. Oh, that's kind of cool looking, isn't it? The thing nestled into that tree there. Almost looked like a door. Kind of make me wonder for a second. Quick look around. Looking for red dots. We got nothing. Well, I'm gonna head back to my ship. Maybe we need to take off and find some other place because this isn't working out. I found that when I get frustrated with finding the creatures, that if I just change my menu and go to another hilltop somewhere, that usually what I'm looking for will become obvious. So, my strategy has worked out so far. I also think that there's a nocturnal cycle for some of the animals. I mean, it may or may not be true, but it sure seems to work. In some situations, I'll be looking for something and I won't find it, and then in the morning, I'll see it right there. So that makes me think it might be nocturnal. But with all the other things in the game that kind of missed, maybe I'm being a bit wishful. Oh, that's one I haven't discovered yet. I kept thinking that was one I've already been to. Or is it? Yeah, this is one I've already been to. Right. That's right, observation. Well, one last check. Nothing. Right, next hilltop. Yeah, we should probably put some fuel in it.
Technology recharge.
I think it's a flying animal. There's no water on this planet, otherwise it'd be a fish. Hell, we might even have found the bouncy cave animal. There's usually two types of flying animals. One that's like a bird and one that's like a butterfly. Again, for variety's sake, that seems kind of silly. I mean, why not have 5 kinds of flying things on a planet? I've never seen more than 2. Oh, there's a building. See, I like how rare the buildings are now. So let's go bust the door down on this bad boy. Oh, and I have a mod that replaces the sound inside with the sound from the alien ship in Nostromo, which I think is one of the best alarms in the world. So, I listen so far. This guy's been standing here for years. He was actually born on this planet. Waited here alone. His family shunned him. Sent him off to work here. I don't even care what he might have to show me. That's Not the game I'm playing here. For all the sounds I'm hearing, there's not a whole lot to find animal-wise. We'll have a lot of sky to see from here, though, which is exactly the standpoint that I wanted to find. Well, I'm not going to bore you with this right now, but I want to let you know about these mods, and I think they're pretty cool, so I would highly recommend that you grab them if you're looking for a little bit more challenging gameplay and a lot more visual interest in the game. Every planet I've been to so far has just been amazing with these bigger mods, so highly recommend it. And I'm sure to post another video here fairly soon. If you would, please give this one a thumbs up or a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll post some more. A lot of people view videos and they never give them a thumbs up, and that really kind of hurts us as producers and doesn't let our stuff get out there. So please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment below if you'd like to see something specific about any of these mods. I'm happy to show you.